Morning, my friends. I'm Pastor Ben Hayes from First Baptist Church, Dadeville, Alabama, bringing you our thought for the day on a wonderful Wednesday. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. If not, come and join us at 10 a.m. for our men's Bible study. We have a great time in there. And then tonight, 4:45 family night supper, 5:45 children and youth activities. I want you to keep in mind we will not be having prayer meeting and Bible study here tonight. I'm preaching at Centerview Missionary Baptist Church in Camp Hill at their revival, so come and join us there. It's going to be a great day today. But right now, join me in Hebrews chapter 7 at the end of the chapter, verse 28. And remember what we're doing. Paul is giving us all the reasons why Jesus is superior. He's a superior high priest. The new covenant is superior to the old covenant. Now, he's going to finish that up as we move into chapter 8. Look at what he says. For the law appoints as high priests men who have weakness. But the word of the oath, which came after the law, appoints the Son who has been perfected forever. See, here's the thing. The earthly high priests that served, they were descendants of Aaron. Most of them were good men. But the problem is they were men. Because of that, they were sinful. Even Aaron had a moment of rebellion against Moses, and he and Miriam suffered the consequences. But here's the thing. Jesus was not a descendant of Aaron. He was declared high priest by an oath of God, which came after the law. Now, understand what he's talking about here. God declared his Son to be the great high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek, after the law was in effect. Now, here's the thing. The Son has been perfected forever. Now, let me just kind of draw on that just a little bit. We got this great illustration of Jesus as our high priest. Now, what is the purpose of the high priest? The high priest was supposed to make intercession for the people. He would go into the Holy of Holies to offer the sacrifice for their sins. The problem was he had to offer sacrifices for his own sins first, but not Jesus. Jesus was perfect. He was sinless. He never needed to offer a sacrifice for his own sin. So that's check one. Now, how about this? Who would you rather have interceding for you? I mean, talking to the Father for you. A human being who is flawed and frail, or the Son of God himself? Think about that. Our Father is going to answer the calls of his Son every time, and he's going to do it in the way that his Son asks. And so I would rather have Jesus, my great high priest, making intercession for me than have any earthly man do it. Now, does that mean I don't want people praying for me? Absolutely not. I hope you pray for me today, especially tonight as I preach. But I trust Jesus. He is my great high priest. Now, look at verse 1 of chapter 8. Paul makes this clear. Now, this is the main point of the thing we're saying. We have such a high priest who is seated at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens, a minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle which the Lord erected, and not man. Now, here's the thing. The tabernacle was just a poor copy of the tabernacle in heaven, the presence of God. The high priest was a poor copy of the true high priest, Jesus himself. What an amazing truth this is. And what Paul is telling us here, this is the main point. Our high priest doesn't have any of the failings of a human being. Our high priest is the Son of God seated at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens. That is an amazing truth. Now, one more verse. For every high priest is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices. Therefore, it is necessary that this one also have something to offer. Now, who are we talking about? This one. We're talking about Jesus. This high priest has to have something to offer. Now, verse 4, for if he were on earth, he would not be a priest. Can you imagine that? On earth, Jesus was not a priest. He certainly wasn't the high priest. In fact, the priest and the high priest hated Jesus. One, because he was not from the tribe of Levi. Two, because he was standing against them in most of the things they were doing because they had become corrupt and sinful. So, if Jesus were on earth, he would not have been allowed to be a priest because they were priests under the law. He was not. The law was in effect. He was not allowed to be part of that priestly system. But I got to tell you, when he died on the cross of Calvary, he moved us from under the realm of the law to under the realm of grace. Now we are no longer under the law. Now we are under grace. We are no longer in need of a high priest because he is our high priest. Think about that today. Be blessed, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.